7 years ago, my life shattered in ways I never thought possible. My husband, who I thought I was happily married to, was cheating on me with my own sister. I caught them together in our home, in our bed. That moment still haunts me. It was like the ground disappeared beneath me. I didn't hesitate. I ended my marriage, cut my sister out of my life, and never looked back. In the years that followed, my sister tried 5 times to reconcile. She apologized, begged for forgiveness, but I couldn't do it. The betrayal was too deep. I told her outright I would never forgive her. I even said some harsh things like wishing her life would fall apart the way mine did, that she'd get cheated on too. Maybe it was cruel, but I was angry and broken. She ended up staying with my ex for a couple of years. They even had a child together. When he cheated on her while she was pregnant, leaving her homeless, I didn't flinch. I refused to meet her child, refused to let her back into my life, and told my family I wouldn't be part of anything involving her. I was done. Fast forward to a few weeks ago. My sister's now engaged to someone else, and her fiancé reached out to me. He seemed upset that I wasn't at the family dinner where he was introduced. He told me my sister was hurt, that she wanted to mend things with me, and he thought it was petty for me to be mad about her dating an ex. I couldn't believe it. Dating an ex? I set the record straight. I told him she wasn't just dating my ex. She was his mistress. She knew we were married, and they had an affair while I was still trying to build a life with him. I explained how I caught them together. He didn't say much after that. By the way, my name is Hannah. I'm 25 years old, and I absolutely love Reddit stories. But here's the thing. I enjoy listening to stories more than reading them. That's why I decided to create this channel, to bring these stories to life and share my passion with you. Together, we'll dive into these tales, discuss them, and explore all the twists and turns. I'll be uploading 1 to 3 stories daily, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the new content. Now, let's get back to today's story. A few days later, my sister showed up at my house, furious. Apparently, after hearing the truth, her fiancé left her. She accused me of ruining her life again. She said I was being unfair, that enough time had passed, and I should let the past go. She even said I treated her like she was evil. I didn't hold back. I told her that she does repulse me, that my feelings haven't changed in 7 years, and likely never will. She started crying, saying one of us could die tomorrow and we'd never have the chance to reconcile. She said I was being heartless. I told her honestly that if she died tomorrow, I wouldn't regret my decision to stay away from her. I told her I no longer cared what happened to her, whether she was okay or not. She left in tears. My parents are on my side. They were furious she even confronted me. They've always been disgusted by what she did. But my aunt told me I went too far. She said time should have softened my anger and that telling my sister I wouldn't care if she died was cruel and shameful. She said I'm treating my sister worse than my sister treated me. I don't know. Am I the asshole here? Was I wrong for being so blunt and refusing to let her back into my life after everything? Or is it fair to say some wounds never heal? This story really pulls at the heartstrings, doesn't it? On one hand, we see the deep pain of betrayal, a wound so profound that forgiveness feels impossible. On the other hand, we hear the sister's desperate cries for redemption, for one more chance to make things right. It makes you wonder, how much time does it take to heal a wound like this? Can some betrayals ever truly be forgiven? Or are some boundaries meant to protect us forever? Now, I want to hear from you. If you were in her shoes, what would you do? Would you keep that door closed, or would you find it in your heart to try again? Let's have an open and respectful discussion in the comments below, because stories like this remind us that life is rarely black and white.